Next topic I want to get into is kicking Shaboozey. Shaboozey, as you guys know, came on the music scenes or the country music scenes on fire with a bar song, Tipsy. Um, I forget the guy's name that he sampled it from. I think J1, something of that nature. Shout out to him. Legendary song. A bar song, Tipsy. Not really necessarily my cup of tea. I do like country, though. I fuck with country. But I don't like that. That sounds too new and too just mainstream industry planners for me. I'm sorry, Shaboozey. I still rock with you, young black man. You're doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. But I wanted to talk about kicking Shaboozey. Recently, the CMA Awards was had, and Shaboozey was nominated for 2 awards. I believe New Artist and Single of the Year. He did not get either. His performance, he did get to perform, which people liked. Some people didn't. But I really wanted to get into a particular instance of Cody Johnsons' producer coming out when they won an award, and he says this. So let's take a look at it. Okay.
It takes an army of people to make a great record, but I got to tell you, this is for this cowboy who's been kicking Shaboozey for a lot of years, y'all. Cody Johnson. It takes
Okay. People are outraged. People are saying, racism, the CMAs, what's the word for it? What's the word for it? Damn, I don't even know the word for it. Rob Shaboozey, he should have got his awards. This is my opinion. Well, I think that's rooted in hate, what he just did right there. And we'll get into his response, because his response doesn't even make sense. Black people, and it's the same thing that happened with Beyonce. We got to understand something. It's about who has it last, not who found it first. If you don't own it, you can't control it. We haven't been within the country scene for a long time. Now, there's been artists that have been in there. Darius Rucker, Tracy Chapman, etc. But it's a predominantly white genre of music. Now, with that being said, hip-hop is a predominantly black genre of music. However, hip-hop has an easier barrier of entry. If you're able to go viral, if you're able to be ignorant, whether that be true or untrue, we'll save you a seat at the table. A lot of times, if you're not black and you're white or Hispanic or Asian and you rap, people find you more polarizing. And they want to put you at the table even more in hip hop. They want to parade you around. Look at this white boy, look what he could do. Right? You got your naysayers. For sure you have naysayers that are, oh, fuck that white boy, or whoever it is. We don't rock with that. This is an industry plan. This guy is controlled opposition, right? Which a lot of rappers that come in the game, you could look at them as industry plans. Straight up, if they're from another culture. Because how else, if they're not from our culture and from our walk of life and from this artistry, how else did they get catapulted to the top? It would have to be some industry workings, right? You look at people like Jack Harlow, G-Eazy. I'm not saying that they didn't put the work in, but they definitely got more looks than your black counterpart that was trying to make it on the same level playing field as them, right? But black people in hip hop doesn't really care. They'll talk about that for a second, but they won't really make motherfuckers feel uncomfortable about it. Nah, because all you need is a hit, and then everybody rock with you. They don't care. Oh, you came in here as an industry plan. Oh, he's cool. I don't care. Nobody usually cares in hip hop. Country, different story. See, hip hop's not owned by us. We try to make it seem like it is and act like it is, but it's not. So we're all for more people coming in, because we haven't even yet realized in hip hop that is one of the key parts of our destruction within hip hop. eventually the labels are going to try to get rid of us and replace it with these weird industry plants that'll do exactly what they want them to do. And we're really handing it over to them. We're handing the culture and the art over to them because we're so accepting. Now, compared to country. See, country, even though we might have been in it, we gone from it for most part. They have a sense of pride and traditionalism that hip hop just doesn't have. They own that shit. The whites own country. So there's certain prerequisites that they want to see, especially if you're not their color, to say, okay, we rock with you. It should be the same way it should be the same way for us, but it's not. It's not at all. We don't got to know really nothing about you. Look at 6ix9ine. We had no idea if it was true or not, and we took him in and we catapulted him to the top, and he put all the black men in jail or aided and helped when it was all said and done. Got in some problems that he wasn't supposed to get famous, and still was able to back his way out of it with a year of solitary. So we don't care. We don't have no sense of pride or traditionalism. The tradition in our shit is to let everybody in and step over us. That's not the tradition in country. The tradition in country is white is right. They want a certain type of person from a certain type of walk of life within country. And they're going to make it harder for the person that's not white because they don't accept industry plants the way we do. That's why when people said, we want Beyonce to come and hang out with us, people were shocked. Oh, what? Like, it's Beyonce. To you and to hip hop is Beyonce. You ain't no Luke Bryan. That ain't Luke Bryan or whoever the fuck they listen to. No Darius Rucker. It's a whole different place in fans. We have to stop thinking that we hold so much weight in other genres at this point in time. We do not. And this is proven that. So with Shaboozey, while he's great and he has a hit, that ain't gonna be enough for them to fuck with him. And he's black and he got dreads. This is as much as that sounds like a stereotype, these are things that are off-putting for that genre of music. And that doesn't go within the realm of their traditional look. So he's gonna have to do a hell of a lot more if he thinks people are gonna go up there and rock with him. And I hope he don't think everybody rock with him just because they didn't say nothing. I hope Shaboozey understands that in that genre of music, there's probably 50% of people who rock with you, and then another 50 that don't. And out of that 50, maybe 10% don't speak up. The rest gonna act like they do fuck with you. So be careful. But this culture and this genre of country music is not as accepting and just, hey, let everybody in as we are. And so we look at things through our gaze. Oh, why didn't they let him in? Or why they fuck with him like that? They hating him. Well, maybe we should do the same. Who are you? I don't know you. Who is this guy? Why is he here on the rap charts? Why is Macklemore getting a Grammy? What the fuck? Like, who is this guy? He's not a rapper. They get placed in our genre all the time, and we just look the other way like it didn't happen, and then complain when they get the awards and accolades. Nah, the country niggas, they like, no, we doing it right now. We want to make these people feel uncomfortable now. We know you don't necessarily belong. We know you're an industry plant. Because let's keep it 100. Lil Nas X, take race out of it. Let's take race out of it. If I'm a country music maker and we've been making music for all this time, and then Lil Nas X comes, a gay cowboy, right? Riding a horsey, talking about Old Town Road. It ain't country at all from what we traditionally know. And this fool blows up. And then he takes off and he goes and starts making other music with rappers and this and that. That's the exact same shit we got mad at Miley for doing. And exact same shit we got mad for Justin Bieber for doing. Coming into culture, taking a little bit of sauce and dipping. Lil Nas X did it. So the difference is they're just not going to be as forgiving. That's the only difference. And they're going to be more proactive than reactive. That's just what it is. So while they shouldn't have said that, Cody Johnson's producer shouldn't have said shit because he's hating. He hating on a young nigga because at the end of the day, country is looking for that difference. It's looking for that spark. It's looking for that pizzazz and that sauce that it doesn't necessarily have, right? It's looking for some of us to take it to the next level because musically we take things to the next level because of our creativity. Point blank, period. So there's a hunger for that right now out there. So Shaboozey's potential and reality, you know what I mean? Everything's meeting up for him at this point in time. He just has to keep going. But for everybody to be outraged is stupid because this is what it was going to be. This is the hate he was going to get. Oh, it's 2024. It don't matter. These genres are traditionally, this is hundreds of years being this way. They don't give a fuck about what year it is. Tradition is tradition. So while he shouldn't have said it, Shaboozey, let that roll off your shoulder because you might have a lot more of that coming. And I'm going to keep it 100 with you. That's somewhat, I'm not going to say your fault, but somewhat something you have to know you're going to deal with in a predominantly white genre. It's like being a swimmer in the 19 whatever. Like, come on, you're going to walk in the gym, you're going to be the only black person there. What you think going to happen? It's not far-fetched. Like, it's just not. So I don't think there's anything to be outraged by me personally. But I want to read his response because this is all he said. He said it was a joke. That's it. That was supposed to mean, look. It was supposed to mean, here we go. Let me see. Look, he's saying it was an apparent pun on the phrase kicking booty, but Willmon's words still drew backlash, especially during a show where Shaboozey's stage name was a punchline on a couple different occasions. So, again, this is a dog whistle. We know what white people do when they can't pronounce a name. They make a joke out of it instead of trying to pronounce it. Seen that a million times. People have done it with my name to try to, you know what I mean? And really what it is, it's a microaggression because instead of understanding my name and trying to say it, you want to make a joke out of it. You know, this is something my name is Khalid, and people have done that to me. So I can understand people doing it to Shaboozey. That's what this was. This wasn't I was trying to make a joke. Even comparing my name to an ass or to booty is crazy to begin with, and that's a fade anyway to begin with. Like, just that alone, you're comparing me to an ass is crazy. So he tried to clean it up, but he doesn't realize within trying to clean it up, he made even more of a fool of himself. Best thing to do is just say, you know what, it was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't think that was a joke at all. He said that because he thought he was going to be slick and people was going to be like, oh, burn, you know, type shit. People was like, what? Like, the joke didn't even make sense. There's no correlation there. So you was just hating at the end of the day. So fuck that guy. But at the end of the day, Shaboozey, you got to be ready for this type of shit because it's going to happen. It's going to happen.